Hey guys, what is up? The Newcubist here. Welcome to my advanced ravine house. As you can see here, it is a house built fully in a ravine. Got some nice flowers on top. It honestly looks good from above, looks good from behind. It's just the perfect build, I think. Personally, it's not a perfect build. Nothing's really perfect, but in my opinion, this is like the best house I think I've ever done. So let's step inside here. It's also got a matching interior with materials that are the same, and it's got a full potato farm, got chest storage, crafting. It's got really everything you need. And up here we got even more chest storage, so don't worry about chest storage, guys. I got you covered. Got 2 beds here. If you want to have 2 beds, you don't have to do 2 beds. You can put some more chests here or something. But yeah, if you guys want to see how to build every single thing you see here, I show you where to place everything, how to place everything, where to find this ravine, and I also give you the seed and everything. But yeah, stick around for the interior and exterior tutorial. And yeah, I know it's a long video, but I promise it's worth it. This build is really awesome. Let me know in the comments how you like this build. Like, do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know in the comments real quick before you watch it. But yeah, let's dive in and let's get started. Alright, so for your ravine house, you're going to need to find the materials found in my hotbar below. Optionally, you can use spruce planks. That's what I ultimately chose to use. Although you can use oak, you could use jungle, acacia, whatever you want to use, it's probably going to look fine. But you are definitely going to need cobblestone, stone bricks, and stone slabs, as well as some sort of logs. Okay, so you're going to want to find a ravine, and it's going to have a gap in it that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. I thought it was 7 in my head, but you're going to need a 7 wide area in a ravine. Now, a lot of you are going to be finding ravines that look like this, and that's okay, right? But that's not the kind of ravine you're going to be able to build this house in. So if you have that one, you may want to find one like this. If you're curious about my seed and you want to find it, it is right there, and then my coordinates are going to pop up on the screen, so you can come on this world, although this is 1.13 on Java. But yeah, let's get started. So you're going to need that 7 block area. You're also going to need somewhat of a flat area. You see the lime wool there, that's just to help me build it better for you guys, but you're going to need an area about that big. So let's get started. So essentially, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cobblestone blocks. And then you're going to want to make sure they fill in that 7 block gap. So they should be, if you built it right, this should be 7 blocks right here, and there should be 11 blocks long. Now you're going to add a little bit more cobblestone on the ends here, but for now we're just going to keep it how it is. And I did not bring up the picture on my phone because I had already sort of built this. I built it like halfway, and I was like, oh yeah, I already know this is going to turn out really amazing. So I just went ahead and made the video for you guys. Usually I plan these videos out over a little bit of a longer time period, but you'll probably see me change a few things here and there, but nothing major. I promise I won't do anything major. But yeah, so as you can see, this is 11 by 7 by 11 by 7, so you should end up with a shape like that. Alright, so on the ends of these right here, you're gonna place 5 blocks just like this, and then you're gonna place 3. So the reason I didn't include that in there is because they're not touching the walls, so I figured it's just pretty much easier to place 5 blocks like that, and then 3 right here. Now you're gonna want to start by building your pillars. So as I scroll through the pictures here, okay, so your pillar is gonna be 1 block back, so you're gonna have like a 1 block little space here. I'm sorry I paused. What I mean is you're gonna have a 1 block space, like, I don't know, it'll make more sense once I explain it. But you want to place your log right there, and then you want to place spruce planks or whatever sort of planks you have until you touch the walls. So again, you want to have that 1 block gap, place it, and then you want to do your diagonals. So yes, it is a diagonal house, which is cool, but it still has a giant inside, which is really fun. Like, it really is a lot of fun to build. So the next step is going to be building these logs up. So you want to build them up 11 blocks high. So I'm going to count this as number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, just like that. So again, count this as number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, just like that. Now you want to bring up your spruce planks to be as high as those right there, but you're actually going to start tapering one off. So you're going to want to bring, what I mean is you're going to bring these all the way up to where there's a 1 block space, just like that. And then you're going to bring these up to where there's a gap like that, or not a gap, but they should go down like this, right? So you can build them all up 11 high if you wanted to, and then break it, but if you're trying to save time, you could just do it how I'm doing it here. So I'll explain it again in a moment. So again, 11 high. You want to build up the pillar right next to it, 10 high, so 1 block down, and then the one that's also next to it. It's symmetrical in pretty much every aspect. Now I've only designed the exterior, I haven't done the interior yet, but the interior is always kind of fun because I give you ideas, you know, if it's not set in stone, right, I can sort of change things up on the fly as I go, and I don't know, it's just kind of nice. So as you can see, 1 block down each time, perfect. So now we're going to take stone bricks, right, and we're going to build 3 on top like this, with the 3rd one being on the edge. And you want to do this on every single side, and this is going to give us an incredible roof line. I am so terrible at roofs, but when I started building this one, I was floored because it looks so good, like from actually like down here, like how you're actually going to see it. Now, when you're up here building the roof, if you can, before you place them, you want to do a slab. So let me see if I could sort of explain that a little better, right? So there's 3 blocks, right? But before you place them, if you put a slab on these blocks right here, I think it'll make your life a lot easier, because then you don't have to go under. So I hope that tip helps you out when you're building it. Let me know if it does, but let me know in the comments just how you're liking them build as you watch everything, because I need some feedback, guys. I really do. And that helps the roof sort of mold a little bit better to the wall, and it looks a lot better. Now, under the build, maybe even before you should do any of this, maybe before you watch any of this, you should skip to this part and then go back. But you're going to want to build some pillars, right? And now the pillars, it's not that they're complicated, but you want to line them up to where they're, like, I guess, lined up correctly. So what I did is I put 2 blocks on the corner, like right here, on the corner of this right here. I put 2 blocks, not including this, so you could just take that away for now in your head. But from this corner right here, 2 blocks like this, and then you want to build your supports. So your supports are you can make them out of logs, you can make them out of stone brick. It's really not gonna matter, although I chose to do logs. I just think it looks more appropriate for like a support on a building. But you just wanna build those all the way to the floor of the ravine. So depending on how high you built it is how many logs you're gonna need. I'm not exactly sure of the number you're gonna need specifically, because it's gonna be dependent again on how high up you build it in the ravine. Mine's about midway through, and I mean, I don't know how many logs that is, but you're probably gonna need a little bit over a stack of logs to build this build. So again, if you want to try to count from this corner right here and then place your log, and then you can do this. Now, how you know you did it right is you should have a 3 block space in between here. So I'm just placing some blocks of 1, 2, 3 in between your supports. So I'm gonna go ahead and just build these all the way to the bottom of the base, just like this. And we're gonna make sure we touch the very, very, very bottom. So let's just do that real quick. Try not to mess up too much. So see, this floor is a little bit uneven, and that's fine. You just sort of have to bring it down to where it is even. If you wanted to modify the ravine and make it all flat, you definitely could. It's not gonna look bad or anything. So I didn't really design much for the supports, but I'll see if I can get anything done later on in the video. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and finish the roof. So as you can probably expect, we're just going to be connecting the roof over, and it's gonna look good from above. I mean, it's not gonna be super texturous or anything, but we can add a few things here and there that are gonna make it look better from above. So I mean, if your friends come on your server, or you know, if you just want your build on single player to look better, I mean, I'm all for that. I'm not a huge fan of multiplayer, but you know, having other people see your builds and be like, oh, that looks good, it's just a good feeling, right? Now I'm sort of thinking as I build here, maybe putting a slab right here. Nah, that's too much. Let's not do that. It's actually not a good idea. But for instance, like, you could take a stone brick stair like this, and you could always put it under there, and maybe that's a little, I don't know, I kind of just like the slab. I just like the slab. So let me see if I can think of anything for these underside supports. I'll see if I'll build a little bit and see if I can get anything cool. Yeah, see, I already think it's gonna be good. Sometimes simplicity is the answer. So all I'm doing here is just putting fences in between those support pillars, and I don't know, I think it looks good personally. You may not like it. You don't have to do it, right? It's something that, you know, it's completely optional. So I'm gonna just do it on the other one real quick. You know, and then maybe even optionally, you want to add a little bit more support in the middle. Be my guest, guys. You can honestly make this build into your own. I'm just sort of adding some things here I think look appropriate. Now, you may not like them, and that's fine, understandable completely. But for me, I think it looks kind of nice that it's supported like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and add another layer on here. And boom, cool. So let's get to designing the rest and the outside of this build. So I was saying up top, you can do a couple of things to make it look a little better. I wasn't lying, guys, you really can. So on the edge, so let's see, right here is where it starts to taper off. So 1 block in from that, or actually on the, yeah, 1 block, 2 blocks in from that, like this, we're gonna go ahead and just place some slabs like this, or some full blocks, sorry. So I'll explain that again in a moment. And then you want to do a space and then do the same thing. So 2 blocks in, you want to place a block like this, 2 blocks in from the bottom, like taper, right? So the furthest in piece of your roof, you want to count 1, 2 blocks, and then you just want to place this ridge here. And then we're gonna do the same sort of thing right here with that 1 block space. And I did not plan on it being even, but I got it even. Now I'm gonna put grass here, and you're thinking, well, you're on creative, so I can't really do that. But you're wrong, right? You're wrong. Sorry, bro. No, you're not wrong. But there is a way you can actually get grass down here. So you could place dirt here, and it would be a little bit more complicated. But what you could do is at the top of your ravine, you could build a staircase down like this. And now eventually the grass would grow, although it would take a good bit of time for that to happen. But as you can see, if you just look at it from above, I don't know, it's just kind of nice to have these flowers here. So I'm gonna take some slabs and just place these here. Now if you're on creative, or you can somehow get grass with Silk Touch, be my guest. I mean, if you're building a ravine house, you got to be somewhat like far into your game, so maybe you have access to that. I'm gonna take spruce trapdoors and just adding a little bit of texturing to the outside on the outside ridge. And we forgot a slab up here, but on the outside ridge, all I'm going to do is just add these slabs. I'm not, or these trapdoors. I'm not going to do it on the inside or anything, because we're actually put a little bit of plants in there. And whatever plants you want to add, completely up to you. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to take a variety of 2 high plants just so that you can sort of see them. So these right here: rosebud, peony, large fern, and lilacs. So if you don't have access to those, you can use normal flowers. If you don't have access to normal flowers, get out of here. You probably have access, right? Now I'm not gonna do the same pattern, but I'm just gonna sort of randomly place them as I think they'll look good. Try to do it somewhat random, but yeah, it should look pretty cool. Either way, it's gonna look pretty cool, like when you have a bunch of I think there's enough of those. See, like, I mean, you can't really see it from down here, but if you're up top and you're looking down on the ravine house, you're gonna see that, and it's just like, it just makes it look that much better, right? I don't know. It's something that you may not like, and if you don't like it, that's fine. Don't build it. But I'm just sort of playing around with some things here, but I think we should definitely build an entrance to this build, right? So I'm gonna pick, which side do I want to do? I want to do the entrance on this side. There's a little bit more room to work with here, and I think it's gonna come off a lot cleaner if we just build the entrance over here. So let me design something, and then I'll come back and tutorialize it. Okay, so on the side you want to do your entrance, right? So I chose this side right here, which the ravine oddly ends right here. I love how the generator sort of cut off the ravine and left the diagonal part. But hey, I like the straight part of the ravine, so good for me. So we're gonna place, so again, on the front that you want to do your entrance, I'm gonna place 3 spruce blocks or whatever logs you have to use, and then I'm going to, those aren't supposed to be there. I'm gonna place 3 right there. You're gonna break out the 3 next to it, and then on the inside, I'm just going to place 3 right here. Now you're thinking, Neo, a door. What are you doing? Doors aren't 3 high. Well, check this out. Place your door from the inside, and then put a stair upside down on top of it. There you go. Thank you for watching my, I'm just kidding, but it makes it look a lot better, right? It gives it a little bit more detail right there. So I'm gonna put a slab right there just to sort of even things out a little bit, and then I'm gonna take some fence, preferably out of a contrasting material. Too much spruce can look bad, so I'm just gonna use oak fence, and then we're just gonna build a little bit of an opening for that. Cool. So on the side next to it, I know I said you only need to have like a 7 high area, but for your entrance, it's going to be a little bit different for everyone, right? So you want to make sure that you have somewhat of an area to like sort of walk into your base. You don't want it to be super cramped or anything. And I'm going to take some fence here, and I'm just going to line this area, and that's going to make sure that we can get in and out of the build. So again, this shape right here is going to be a little bit different, but the house shape shouldn't be. So hopefully it's not too confusing to follow this part. But I'm going to take some ladders. I'm going to take the same sort of logs I used here, and I'm going to find a clear-cut path all the way up, so it looks like right here. So we're going to go all the way to the tippy top of the build, just like this. And then we're going to place our logs in here, and you don't have to use logs. I know that logs are kind of expensive, but if you have access to this many logs, then do it. So if you have a tree farm, then you're lucky. You're in luck. This build's going to be for you. Although it is possible, you can always change the materials. But as you can see, that's how you're going to get in and out of the base, right? There's not many other ways. You could definitely, under here, if you wanted to, I mean, you could put a little entrance down here if you wanted to mine or something, and then just come up in here, and then like you're in your house. But I wouldn't do it right there because you're next to your door. Things may get a little confusing there, but I'm gonna try to break all these ladders. I actually got it. That's impressive for me. I'm impressed with myself. I'm not saying it's like, oh, it's impressive, you gotta pay attention to me, but it is impressive to me. So I'm gonna take some slabs and some logs, and I'm just gonna place a few of them here just to sort of denote the entrance a little bit further. And then I'm trying to think of anything I can add to the outside here. There's not a whole lot of stuff. Although you could put like a chest right here if you wanted to, or a stack of chests. I don't know why you'd want to, but maybe you want a chest there. Maybe you want an outside crafting table. If you want to put an outside crafting table, guys, just slam one in the back like that. Look at that. You could just put a little crafting table right there, or you could even put one right there, but I think a chest is going to look a little better. And then maybe you want to take a trap door made of spruce. And I know we still haven't gotten to the inside of the build. Now, this is a diagonal build, so it's a little hard to add windows, but I'm going to do my best to make it look as good as I can. Without windows, although if you want to add them, I guess I should go through with that. I should go I should go through adding windows in a diagonal house with you guys, because it's not as simple as it seems, and half the time it does not work correctly. So let's just try it out live on camera. So there's a few ways you could do it, right? Putting your windows next to your supports, like, you see what I mean? Ew. Like, I mean, maybe you like it and that's fine, but to me, I think it looks terrible. Now, if we try to do it in the middle blocks, it's better, right? It looks like it somewhat fits, but it's still funky because it's diagonal. You definitely can't use panes, or else you'll end up with something even weirder. You can try to top it with some slabs. You could try to even do something like that if you wanted to. I don't know why you'd do that, actually. Don't do that. But, and again, I'm just trying to explain, they're hard to add, right? And I mean, you could put some spruce trapdoors here and sort of add windows. Okay, you know what? That actually looks good. See, all it took was me recording, and then I can finally do it. So let's tutorialize that. So count 3 blocks, or actually, you know what? Count 2. We're gonna count 2. I'm just gonna put torches here just to sort of help you out. So we're gonna count 2 blocks up. On this 3rd block, on the top half, you wanna place a slab, go inside, place another slab just right there, and then we're gonna break out these 3 blocks right here. We're gonna fill them in with glass, and then we're gonna take these plank or half slabs right here, and we're gonna do the same sort of pattern. And then on the side of the glass block, you want to place your trapdoors, just like that. Okay, so now we have windows on one side. We should definitely add them to the other side. So let's go ahead and count 2 blocks up from the edge right here. 2 blocks, top half of the 3rd, put a slab, break these 3 blocks, fill it in with glass. And isn't that funny, like how quick I can tutorialize? I've done this so many years that, like, once I do it once, it's like, okay, we do blah 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 blah. It's just funny to me. Okay, so we could add a little bit of a window on this side, although it's a little bit funky because you have your entrance. So maybe so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe go up 5 blocks, and then on the top half, you know, on the top, count up 4 blocks like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Top half of that 5th block. So count up 5 blocks. You want to put these 2 slabs, and you know what? You can't really fit a window there. Now that I'm thinking about it, don't try to fit a window there. But these are the best windows I've designed, I think, on a diagonal house. I think they look good. And I know this tutorial is very lengthy, but this is a really cool house, so I wanted to make sure I got it right for you guys. And I really hope you appreciate it. If you like the video so far, if you could leave it a like and leave a comment, that'd be really helpful. Tell me how you're liking it thus far. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You really don't. Don't do it. But if you want to, pause it right here and do it. Thank you for those of you who actually did it. I really appreciate it. It helps my channel out, believe it or not. If you leave a comment, the algorithm on YouTube's like, oh, that means people liked the video. It's like, well, not necessarily, because a lot of things get views that people hate. So funny how that works. So I put the slab right here, or there was a slab right here. I broke it, and then I'm gonna put a grass block here just to make it look a little bit better. So let's grab grass. I don't know why I had it and then I destroyed it. Don't ask me. My brain sometimes, not the best brain in the world. Although I love myself, my brain can be a little funky. Let's just put a plant right there. That looks good. I'm trying to figure out what looks best, what plant. But I honestly like that plant. And let's put a torch above it. Oh, whoops. Let's put a torch above it just like that. And then we can put like a torch on the outside, although I don't really think we need too many. I just wanted that lit up just so you could sort of see it at night. And then as you can see on this side, you've got your windows, pretty much as textured as I'm gonna finish it. You can definitely add a few things. Let me see if I can think of anything. Okay, so as I look on the outside here, I'm thinking 2 stairs right here, either this way or this way. So let me look at it. Let me look at it this way on both sides. I like that, yeah. I also like this way too. Either way, I mean, guys, you can literally decide this however you want. I know I'm going a little bit crazy with the texturing on the outside, so I'm going to stop here, and you can pretty much do it as much as you want. So let's get to the inside of the build, which is going to be my favorite part to decorate, as we're going to have more than one floor, right? This is a tall ceiling, guys. This is a big old build. I don't know if you realize it, but this is a big old build. First things first, let's just put straight torches on these walls. It's too dark in here, and I don't want to record when it's like super dark and like gloomy in here. It makes me sad. Makes me so sad. I'm just kidding. It doesn't make me sad, but it's just weird. Like, and you guys can't see, so that's another thing. So your wall material that you chose to use, and you may want to put like spruce, because it just looks weird on the corners like that. You may want to do the same sort of thing you did on the outside. You don't want to keep those torches, by the way. Those are literally just there for when I construct it. If I remember to remove them, I'll be happy, but I probably will forget. And it's gonna suck because it'll look really weird if I don't move them. But yeah. And now if we're gonna design this and have like 2 floors in here, right? So 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then we put it on the 4th block right here. I don't know how it'll look from the outside, so let me go ahead and like hypothesize this floor. I think that's a complete wrong word. Definitely is the wrong word. Lauren, is that the wrong word? Is hypothesize the wrong word? You weren't. She wasn't paying attention. Whatever. All right. So if we look at it from the outside, does it look bad with the floor separation right there? No, honestly, you can't even really see it from the outside. So I don't really think it's gonna matter too much. But yeah, let's go ahead and separate the floor on that block right there. It does make the windows look a little weird. So I'm trying to decide. Do we want 2 floors? Do we want 1 floor? Alright, so me and the girl are trying to figure it out. And honestly, you can't really tell that it's there. Like, hey, get off the counter! Hey, get off! Sorry, my brother got a cat. The cat was on the counter. Okay, well, I think it looks fine with the floor separation and the glass. I definitely shouldn't have fought that hard against it because it really doesn't matter. You can't even really tell from the outside. Yeah, I mean, it's a little funky, and I'm going to fill in that half slab right there. But you want to take, and you don't want to use spruce. I don't know what I'm doing, right? Let's take oak, and let's separate the floors with oak. So I'm going to go ahead and just transform everything. Watch this. Look at that, guys. All you gotta do is spin really hard and your materials will change. So pretend I didn't use spruce the first time around, but I think oak looks a little bit better. Honestly, looking at it, you know, having that contrast, you don't want to use the same material. It's okay to use 2 woods, but it's not okay to use the same material. And before I did that, I didn't even like fill in the walls. So as you can see, the walls are spruce, so you want to use spruce for the walls. Now the first floor, yeah, it's cobblestone, so maybe you don't like cobblestone, too bad. You could use stone brick, honestly, it's not gonna matter, but I'm gonna go ahead and fill in everything you can see here. So let me light it up a little bit more. I know it's a little bit dark, and I apologize. Hopefully I remember the brightness corrector, and hopefully by mentioning it I didn't make you realize that it's dark, and you're gonna be like, Neo, why'd you say that? Because I didn't think it was dark, and then you said that and I thought it was very dark. So again, we're just gonna use spruce, going ham on the placements there. We'll figure out torches in a moment. We'll also figure out a way to get up and down on the build, so let's go ahead and just fill in these blocks right here with spruce as well. So you may be thinking, like, as you're building this, and yeah, I filled in that wall with spruce, and then I know I just got off train of thought. So we're gonna put a stair in a block, and then we're gonna put a stair here. We're gonna go ahead and just break out this just for convenience sake. And the reason I chose to do it 1 offset is that it's gonna make your stairway a little bit better. I know it sort of eats into your interior space, but I promise we'll fill it in and make it look nice. So what I was saying before that was that these windows, they look a little funky now that they're like so small. So let's go to the other side over here and let's see if we can just make them 1 bigger. I don't really think it's gonna be too big of a task to do. All we do is break it 1 down, add the glass, put the slabs back, and add a trapdoor. And does it look good? Yeah, that looks fine. So we're gonna do the same thing over here. So we're gonna break those, add a piece of glass, put them back, and then add the trapdoor, just like that. And I know if you already built it, that's gonna anger you, and I do apologize, but I didn't realize that the inside was gonna cut into it. So I do apologize, but we're gonna bring that glass 1 down, gonna put those slabs there, and perfect. Cool. So let's get to the inside and let's see what we can do. I feel like I could add a little window here, but at the same time, nah, we're not gonna mess with it. So we have a way to get up and down, cool. And we have a way to go in between the floors. We have a way to enter the build, which is nice. So let's start building the interior. So I'm gonna put furnaces right here because they're just begging to be furnaces. I always put furnaces under staircases because they fit really well. Right here, it's funny that we added that window. Right here, we're just gonna put some chests and block all that window we just added. Doesn't even matter. I wouldn't put a stair on top because you could definitely, I think you could see that from the outside more than like, yeah, that's gonna look weird. You can't tell if it's the same as the wall material, but don't do that. And yeah, okay, so something like that. Have a little bit of chest storage there. There's tons of places to put chest storage. So like these areas right here, I'd completely break these out. I'm gonna take glowstone to back the chest, although you can use whatever you want. You definitely don't have to use glowstone. Like I promise, guys, it's not gonna make the biggest difference in the world if you do, but if you have access to it and you're an in-game player and you want to do it, it can just make it look so much better like that. I love how that looks. I always have. I haven't done it recently because I haven't built anything where I can build underground, but yeah, I missed that. So we're gonna put some crafting tables right here, and then if you didn't have the glowstone, you can put a torch here. I'm gonna put a torch here anyways, just so everything's sort of lit up sufficiently. Right here, you're gonna either have to put that slab down because it's like a half slab block, or you can take a stair made of, actually you can't really do, actually yeah, you could take a stair right here and you could put an ender chest down and it would actually fit perfect. It's kind of an interesting place. Maybe before you go you want to grab whatever. I have an extractinator here because I can break quicker on survival mode than I can in creative, like with grass and dirt and sand and stuff. So I have that just so that I could use it occasionally. So as you can see, that ender chest fits perfect. I have a torch back there. I'm also gonna put a torch above the entrance. And let's see what else we could do. So these blocks, they don't need to be here, so we can just put some stairs here and make it look a little bit fancier, right? And you can't even see that block, so you could always do something like that. That's grass. No, we got our fur. There we go. I put that back. I got a little carried away with the texture here, so we can keep this stair. That's fine, but we shouldn't start playing with fire here, guys. So maybe actually we'll just put this full block back. What was it before? I don't even remember. How was that there? Ah, you can't see the block, so it was just a solid block. And then you could put a stair here. So you could add a little bit of texturing if you wanted to. I don't know what you want to do there, but you could just do something like that and it'll look just fine. I'll promise. Cool. Looks nice. See? Little things like that make your build a whole lot better. So I'm thinking I want the bedroom up top, so I'm not finished with this floor at all, but I'm going to take a little hiatus on the floor and we're going to get to the bedroom. So it's not that you couldn't have 2 beds in here, but I'm going to put 2 beds in here. What I was trying to say is that you could definitely make this into a 2-player house. I mean, it is a pretty big house, right? So like it's not going to be like you're struggling to fit 2 beds in here. So if I wanted to angle it as a 2-player ravine house, I could. Although you could say it's any. I mean, you could make it completely your own. But I'm gonna put some spruce trapdoors right here. I'm gonna try to put them on the block above the bed. That way I could take some pots and I can put those there. I can also take some paintings. I'm envisioning this stuff in my head. I've done this so long. I've told my girlfriend this, but I can dream in Minecraft. I can build things in my head in Minecraft. Like, not just like, I'm pretty sure everyone can do that, but guys, I don't know how to explain this. I'm going on like a level that's like you wouldn't think possible. Like, I'll go so detailed. Like, I just saw these things and I sound so pretentious right now, but I saw this opportunity with these paintings here and wow, that actually looks much better than I thought it would. Cool. Okay, so that looks nice. I do want a little bit more lighting on the walls, so I'm gonna go ahead and break all these ridiculous amounts of torches just so that we don't have that many, because that does look weird. Now in here, there's this area right here that's just 1 wide. There's not really much else you can do besides put a bunch of chests. You can still reach the top chest, so it's not like it's just worthless up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fit in as many chests as I can. I'm actually gonna take a stair made of stone brick and I'm gonna place that at the top, although I'm gonna grab that torch back so I don't miss that. And I'm just gonna put 2 torches right here, and I think that's a lot better anyways. And you could still open the top chest because it's just a stair. And then you could take slabs if you wanted to, just to sort of make the roof a little bit cooler. You could just do something like that. It's really not important. Whatever you choose to do is probably gonna look good. Optionally, if you have access to glowstone and you want to light up like this, so find the middle of your floor, which we already have marked out here. You could put a piece of glowstone right here and a piece of glowstone right here. You could take trapdoors made of jungle, since they look the most like a lantern, which we do have in the game, but it's not added like to where you can use it yet. And I didn't realize that if I do it like this, then I can't technically do that. So maybe you want to put a log in between them, like that. Yeah, pretty cool. And then you have a little light up there, which is cool. Again, that's not necessary, but just something I was thinking of as I was building it. On this wall right here, you could do the same sort of pattern, right? If you want some chests up here. But personally, I'm gonna go with a little bit of a brewy area. So before I paused, I broke out these areas right here. I'm going to back them. Just, you want to make sure that when you break it, nothing is going to like appear on the outside, although this should be in your wall. But if it's not the end of the world. You can show a little bit of smooth stone. It's okay. So I dug out these little divots right here. I'm going to place glowstone at the top. I'm going to put trapdoors on that glowstone just to sort of line things up, make it look nice. Going to put soul sand below it, and then some nether wart just so that you can have something to brew with. I'm not sure if these trapdoors right here are really going to affect your stairs. If you're on the edge, they do, but they really don't if you're anywhere else. I hope when I record the intro, I'm like, hey guys, what is up the new I get stuck and I'm like, you know, something like that. But as long as you're walking on the outer edge of the stairs, it's not going to affect you. So I still think that's acceptable somewhat. I'm going to break these middle blocks here. I'm going to actually break all the middle blocks here. I'm going to put a cauldron right here, and then I'm going to break those back again. I'll put a piece of glowstone right here just for redundancy's sake, and then maybe put a jungle trapdoor on top, break these 2 blocks, add some spruce, and then fill your cauldron with water, and then place a brewing stand behind, and you got a pretty beautiful looking brewing stand area. That's actually really nice. I like that. And you could even fit some brewing stands up here if you wanted to. Just make sure, again, that you're putting spruce everywhere, and then right here, you may actually want to use stone brick, and then spruce, and then you could fit some brewing stands up here. See? Stuff like that can just make your build look a little better. You could even break out the roof right here, and you could take slabs made of stone brick. You see, you digging what I'm putting out? Is that the right word? I don't know, but you see what I'm saying here? You could just do something like that to make it feel a little bit more roomy. The divider in the middle, it's completely fine. It's not really gonna matter, although I'm gonna break it just because I don't know. I feel like I don't need the divider there. But I do, however, want to connect these with an oak log like that, and then we're just gonna break that, and cool. Now you got a nice brewing stand area. That's a lot of brewing, so hopefully you don't need more than that. If you do, well, I'm not really sure why you do, but I'm gonna put those up too, and yeah, that looks a lot better. Cool. Trying to think of some more things to add to this build. So we don't have an enchanting table, but guys, I cannot express to you how easy that would be to add. Like, it really would be easy, right? So we're in a ravine, right? So if we dig these blocks right here, we can go. Oh no, we can't. we can't have that right there. Okay, these blocks right here. If you were to dig these out and go back in here, so I'm digging this out. This is 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, just like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and break out a little area for a brewing table. So 4 blocks, and then it should just be 3 behind your wall. I'm gonna take some glowstone just temporarily to place here, and then let me grab those materials for the enchantment table. Yeah, I think that's all we're gonna need, except the cauldron, the water, and actually, you know what, we may need those jungle trapdoors. We'll see. So I'm gonna put the enchanting table down right there just to sort of explain this a little better, and then we can go ahead and break out this area right here. You could take a slab made of spruce and make it feel a little bit roomier. And you don't have to have the furnace right there, so you could just break that out like that. Continue your cobblestone into here, although I'm going to put it only in the corners, and then I'm going to put glowstone on either side. And then I think you kind of can already envision where the books will be, so I'm just going to break out the area for the books and then place them. Now you don't need to fill in the entire wall with bookcases, however I'm going to just for aesthetic's sake. And you don't have to do that in your survival world, right? Like, you definitely don't have to do what I'm doing right here. That is a waste of materials. Don't do this. But if you're on creative, which I'm not sure why you'd be building this in creative, but if you think it looks pretty and you want to add it to like a town or something, be my guest. I really don't care. I'm just going to put glowstone on top and break these middle blocks. And why aren't these making any light? Maybe it's because it's already max light level in here. I'm not really sure. And then I'm going to also waste even more books, put those behind there, and then put 3 anvils, right? See? I mean, it fits. You don't necessarily need to do that exactly. You could put chests in here, like if you wanted to put some enchanted books in here or something. If you have, as long as you have glowstone on top, you can open it, and then maybe you want another ender chest. I know 2 ender chests in the builds. People grilled me for that, but you know, maybe you just want 1 in here, and that's fine. You don't have to answer to anyone. You're in, well, maybe you do. I don't know, but that looks good to me. I'm gonna take some glass. I'm gonna use black glass, and I'm just gonna dig these down and put the glowstone on the block below it, just because I think it looks a little better if there's a glass cover. You don't have to use black or gray or whatever I chose. You can use whatever color you want, but I think it's kind of cool to sort of walk into here and it's like an open sort of area. Now, another thing you could do is actually just fill in the entire floor with glowstone, and you could waste more bookcases, or you could just use spruce. I'm just gonna use spruce. I feel so bad if I wasted that many books on just aesthetic stuff, because I know you guys, most of you are gonna be building it in actually survival, so yeah, something like that looks cool. Looks like a nice little floating enchantment table. Full 30, let's just verify that for the audience in case you don't believe me. Look at that, full 30, efficiency 4. Pretty cool. I like how it tells you how much damage it'll do now too. Alright, so we have an enchantment table. We don't have a farm, but honestly guys, what you could do, and this is completely optional, you could take this bottom floor, you could even it out and then fill it with grass and water and put like a giant wheat farm. That might look pretty cool. Just some ideas. We don't need this many torches right here anymore. Definitely don't need those. Have I been? Yeah, I have. I've been on the wrong render distance this whole time, so sorry if it's a little bit laggier than usual. Right here, I just see an opportunity for something, so I'm gonna put a stair right here. You want to fill in this block, this, and then maybe even fill in this, and then put a stair right here. and then take a pot and a painting, and I'm just seeing a little opportunity here for something aesthetic. Doesn't add anything to the build usefulness wise, but it looks cool, right? So you could have a little pot, this, and then you could put a torch right here, something like that. Cool. See, I mean, it's just something that looks nice. So coming up to the bedroom, we do have 2 beds, which is nice. Maybe some armor stands, and I'm thinking some personal chests. Oh, I guess you could have one side of you gets this many chests, one side of you gets that many, or you could just put like a little chest near the bed, or you could even put like an ender chest here if you wanted to. However, I think I've already used up my useless ender chest ration for this video, but I mean, yeah, that looks nice. It looks like a little dresser or something. You could make it like a 2-high chest, and you agree upon, I get the top one, okay, I'll take the bottom one. I don't know, it looks kind of nice. So I'm gonna put an armor stand right here next to the bed, just facing in diagonal a little bit, and then I'm gonna fill those both in with just random armor for aesthetics. And then above them, I know I didn't fill it in yet, but above them you may want to put like these here, and then you want to take like, I'm just gonna use different swords, but maybe you have like your prized possession sword and you want to put it on the wall just to show it off, so you could do something like that. Cool. Let me fill those armor stands in though real quick. And as I'm looking at, I know I keep coming back without doing, the torch just, I don't know why I removed that, but that looks so much better. Alright, so something like that looks pretty cool in my opinion, although you may not like it. Now as I'm sort of looking right here, I see an opportunity for more chests, and you may be thinking, Neo, there's enough chests in this dang build. Don't add more chests. But we can put a stair right here, and a stair right here, and you won't even be able to tell the difference from the outside. Let's go ahead and do the same thing here. So a stair right here, and a stair right here, and I guarantee you guys, let me make sure, I hope that does, okay, we'll just put the slab back. So what I was saying is you could put a lot more chests in here. There isn't, I mean, I guess there's not that many chests in the build to begin with, but after this, I think there should be sufficient chests for your survival usage. If you need more chests, please consult a professional, because I don't know how to add more chests to this build. I think that's a pretty dang good amount, but let's take a crafting table. And this is the kind of build, right, where you could just put a crafting table. There's so much open space on the floor. You could put a crafting table like that, just on the floor, and then you could put, like, for instance, a pressure plate made of spruce on top of it, just to sort of make sure it's all matchy-matchy or whatever. And, you know, that's just the kind of place where I think it fits more so than other builds, where, like, if you put it there, like, because you can still walk and get to all the chests. But maybe even putting it, yeah, I think that's actually a good spot. Let's take some fence made of spruce, and you guys may not like me for this, but we're gonna take some spruce, I don't even know what I'm saying, but you know what block that is, spruce fence, and then we'll put a pot on top of that, and then we'll put a sapling, preferably a thick dark oak. Look at that, nice thick plant in your bedroom. Look at that, isn't that cool? I think it's cool personally. Maybe a torch right there too. Okay, so that's pretty much as much stuff as I could shove up in this bedroom. I don't think we can really fit much more aside for some carpet. So let's go ahead and get to that. So I'm trying not to place it too even. You want to place it as random as possible without looking too ununiform, but you don't want it to look uniform. So I'm just going to sort of fill in things here and then break them. You're going to see me do this, and I'm going to try to make it look good. You don't want to have a pattern in here. You want it to sort of look a little bit crazy, but you want some of them to be connected and some to not be connected. Just something like that. I think that looks fine. Cool. So I really like how the bedroom turned out. I think it's absolutely stunning. So leave a like for that bedroom if you like it. If you don't, leave a dislike. So we'll see. Likes versus dislikes. How it worked out. So there's pretty much as much stuff as we can fit up there. We have crafting tables down here. We have chests. I'm not sure what else to really put in this build, to be honest with you guys. Maybe right here. I know this may seem like a waste, but right here we could just put some dirt down, put some water, take some trap doors made of not oak, made of spruce like this, and line those right here. You're probably thinking, Neo, are you going crazy? But no, I'm gonna put a potato farm in the middle of this ravine build, because people have told me, like, hey Neo, you know, those netherwart farms, they're not too useful because, you know, most of us survival players, we don't have much need for netherwart, and I agree, I really do, and I'm sorry about that. I just like the way they look personally. But I'm gonna put some potatoes in here. I'm gonna take some bone meal just to cheat and make them grow, that way when I record the intro video it looks like it's a lived-in house. I don't want it to look just like random or whatever. And maybe you don't want all potatoes or something, but you know, I mean, that's cool. I think it looks cool personally. You may not like it, and that's fine. But as you can see, the floor right here made of that oak, we're gonna take and break those slabs right there, and then just put upside down stairs. And then we're gonna take those chests, which are conveniently placed right there, and I'm just gonna put, actually, you know what? I don't even know if a chest will fit there. I don't think it'll grow if I put a chest there, so scratch that idea, guys. Scratch it. But on the side, nah, it won't really fit, and we already have so many chests down here. I'm trying to see what other little things I can fit in here in any little nook and cranny. Right there is a good opportunity for some more chests. I know there's a lot of chests in this build, but really, you're gonna need a lot of chests like in a survival build. I understand that. But don't think I don't get that, guys, because I do. But let's put a little bit of a stair here made of oak, and then let's just put a pot down with a blue orchid in it. Completely useless, but it looks nice and fills in some of that blank space. So I'm trying to see if there's really anything else we can do in here. There's not really a whole lot. Let me just think on it for a bit. Okay, so as I'm looking at this area right here, I see that we could definitely throw a stair down right there, and I know it looks a little weird when you walk in, but it'll look a little bit better, I feel. Actually, something like that. Maybe, you know, I think the stair like that fits a little better. It just makes it feel more, no, I don't know why I broke that. I don't know if you need more furnaces than this, but yeah, you can't put them right there. I was gonna say you can't put them right there either. More furnaces in the build. You know what? I think maybe this is an appropriate place for them because there's not a whole lot of room in here. Although you probably want a good bit of furnaces. Let's just see how this looks before I finalize anything. So as you walk into the build, long day of mining. Let's walk in. Ooh. Oh, you can see an ender chest there. You know what? I'm not like super happy about those sort of things, but I really don't think it matters. You can access it from the outside, so that's kind of nice, I guess, but I don't know. So you walk in here and you're greeted with a ton of furnaces. You know what? That doesn't look half bad. I think it makes the room feel bigger because you have to walk around things, and you know what? I'm a fan. I like it. Now on the sides of the furnaces that don't show the little spout opening, I'm gonna put trapdoors. However, you may choose to do differently. Go ahead and do differently. I encourage it. No one should have the same of everything. Although, if you want to build the exact same thing, feel free. I really don't mind. I promise, guys. So, I'm going to take some stairs here made of oak, and I'm just going to place them. See where those slabs are? I'm just going to place these. Oh, no. There's carpet. We're breaking carpet. But I'm just going to place these right here. I think it'll look a little bit better. And yeah, that actually looks a lot better. I don't know, should I put them on the corner too? Yeah, it just fills in that corner block, makes it look a lot nicer. I'm gonna have to go up there and put all this carpet back, I know. So let me grow back up here. Let me go back up here for a second. So I broke 5 pieces of carpet. So I think I can remedy this. There we go. I remedied it. There we go. Look at me. I'm so smart. Okay, so I'm going to choose to put some carpet down here as well, although completely optional. You can't fit any right here. So you may be a little freaked out by that. If you are, that's okay. But there's not much place to put carpet in here. But yeah, let me see if I can think of anything else. I don't think I will. And I also want to take a deep breath before I do my outro because those are so long-winded. So give me a second. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the recent viewership I've been getting. If you're curious about the shader pack, texture pack, music, any of that fancy stuff is all going to be down in the description below. I really appreciate all of you guys leaving comments because I try to reply to every single one and I've been getting a lot. So if you leave a comment, chances are I'm going to reply. There's like a 99.99% chance unless it gets filtered to spam, in which case I might not see it, and I am sorry about that. I'm going to continue this carpet in here, but I'm going to break it and then do it like that. Okay. Actually, you know what? Like that. Okay. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Also going to continue that. That looks better. Okay, so yeah, just see things as I walk around. So we'll walk around and fix stuff and I'll talk. But yeah, I really appreciate that you guys are subscribing and joining my channel because it's kind of awesome to see all these people. My channel used to be more popular and then it got unpopular because I left for a while, and I am sorry about that, but I'm not going to leave again. I promise. This time, I'll promise you guys, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to keep going. I may reduce upload frequency as sort of ideas start to run out, but like this idea was inspired because my old ravine house I did 2 years ago in June was getting a ton of views, and I was like, okay, well, well, let's make another. And I made another, and if you know my old Advanced Ravine house, which is my most viewed video, you've seen it, and you can probably tell this build is a heck of a lot better. I've gotten so much better since then. And honestly, guys, I really do appreciate all the recent support. I cannot stress that enough. But thank you guys a final time for watching. If you want to subscribe, you can. You don't have to. But if you like the video, chances are you'd like my future videos. So click the subscribe button, click that notification bell, and you'll get notified when I upload. If you'd like to leave a like, I'm going to ask for something crazy here. Can we get 1,000 likes in this video? And that may not be too crazy to some people, but that's a lot of likes for me. Like 1,000, that's a pretty dang good bit. I don't know if we'll ever reach that, but if we could, and if you're hearing my voice now or you read the comment that's pinned, that would be so awesome. So I'm gonna thank you guys a final time for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.